So Hector, Pat Lyons kind of let go with all four barrels. What are your thoughts about what he had to say?
Well, very regrettable in terms of his conduct as an elected official, and more importantly as the chair of the Public Regulation Commission, which is in dire need of an aggressive audit and aggressive oversight.
Why does it need an aggressive oversight?
Well, it's a troubled agency. As you know, there have been systemic problems through the PRC for many years now. And now the Jerome Block incident has created the expectation that we go in and conduct an aggressive audit.
Commissioner Lyons says that by doing that your audit will cost more money than an independent audit. Your thoughts about that?
Absolutely ridiculous assertions. We, by state law, are mandated to either conduct the audit or govern the audit process. We're still going to be very involved in executing a fraud scope so that we properly investigate the control environment of the PRC. So he's really playing politics and petty shenanigans. At the end of the day, the state auditor and the state auditor's office will conduct an aggressive review of the PRC, whether he likes it or not.
Really? So that's within your purview?
Absolutely. I designated the PRC for an independent audit. They get to pick the independent audit firm, but it's subject to our approval. And we're going to make sure that the independent auditors conduct an aggressive audit so that we can have a robust report and finally a strong opinion on whether the PRC is conducting their operations appropriately.
You think if there's smoke, there might be fire?
Well, I do definitely question the behavior of a chairman who is very resistant and was very hostile to my own state auditors. The auditors are very independent. They are not elected officials. These are trained, certified professionals that were beginning an aggressive audit, and for him to storm in and act the way he did is very regrettable. But we're going to take the high road in this, and it's very important that I stay the course, which is ultimately ensuring that the PRC is audited, regardless of whether it's due to Commissioner Lyons' approval or not.
He says that you're the one that's being political, that you're running for Senate, you want to get a scalp with Jerome Block and with the PRC. Your thoughts about that?
Well, we've always been consistent in how we engage audits. We do very important work. The FBI worked closely with us on the Department of Corrections audit. We were at the helm of the Jemez Mountain School embezzlement case. I could go on and on. So for him to allege such ridiculous assertions is somewhat laughable. But we were also notified by the PRC, not the commission. We were notified by PRC employees about the Jerome Block case in August. So we were simply responding to our duty and beginning an audit when he cried foul, and it's regrettable.
Why do you think he's crying foul?
You know, it's hard for me to speculate why. I just know that his actions and his behaviors are very unprofessional. I do believe that that type of resistance and obstruction creates an awareness on our auditor's behalf that there's a heightened risk of waste, fraud, and abuse. So we are factoring that in our planning, and we'll make sure that the IPA, the independent firm, does a good job.